So this was actually filmed in January of 2022 when the pandemic was ending and people were traveling again. Myself, Ashley, and Debbie hit the road also in search of new locations for our Highway to Haunt series. Now, I will tell you, we hit several cities, several different types of hotels and accommodations to bring you the best ghost stories and the best locations. So stay tuned to see where we went and what we have coming up for you in the future. The images you're seeing are rooms in the Denham House themselves. Each of us had our own room and they were decorated differently and they all had a different feel to them. Our first stop was in a little town called Monticello, Florida. We ended up staying at a bed and breakfast called the Denham House, which was built by John Denham in 1872. It has 7 unique rooms, a little barn, 8 fireplaces, and numerous period antiques in the location. So it made for an interesting stay. Now, Monticello, Florida itself is near Tallahassee and is known as the most haunted small town in the U.S. So this is also home for the Perkins Opera House and the Monticello Old Jail Museum. Later that evening, we're actually going to go exploring in a cemetery, which was really neat because we met several different spirits, and you can see that the cemetery itself is quite old. We also meet Linda of Historic Monticello Ghost Tours for dinner, and she tells us all the great stories. We find out that the Denham House that we're staying in is actually on the tour itself. Alrighty, so this is supposed to be the most haunted room here at the Denham House. It's called the Blue Room. You can see it has a king-size bed and a twin. And this is supposed to be Aunt Sarah's room. People that stay in this room often say they feel being tucked in. If your feet are exposed, she'll tuck the blanket underneath you, or they'll feel pressure on their shoulders because Aunt Sarah tucks them in. And this is the bathroom area. So, like I said, if you're looking for the most haunted room, the Blue Room would be it. Talk to you later. There they are. They woke up.
I won't have about 5 minutes.
So how did you sleep?
Pretty well. I woke up a few times throughout the night, but nothing I would say would be activity.
Very cool. So the 2 spirits that we discovered that was in Ashley's room did leave her alone, so that's great. And Debbie?
I slept like I normally sleep in a haunted place. I would wake up frequently, but it was calm in the room and I had all the lights on. So I was on one side of the bed, closest to my phone.
And what is the name of your room again?
Magnolia.
Magnolia and Ashley?
The Camilla.
So that's cool. So if you guys ever want to stay here, definitely check it out because we would highly recommend it. And we're going to go out and check out breakfast and we'll give you guys a heads up in a little bit. Talk to you soon. So we survived the evening and we had a wonderful breakfast. So we're on to our next stop. So this is our next adventure. We're going on a boat tour at Wakulla Springs. So interested. And you can see the hotel in front of us. And yes, it is haunted. But we're going to be checking in. We'll let you guys see how the tour goes in just a few. Wakulla Springs is a place where history stretches back thousands of years, from Native Americans living on the shorelines to filmmakers that came here to make great hits. One of the most popular films was Tarzan's Secret Treasure, filmed here in 1941, and another American classic called Creature from the Black Lagoon, filmed here in 1954, that still scares people today. Wakula is also the world's largest and deepest freshwater spring and houses manatees, alligators, and diverse wildlife. Great place to see birds also. Those are manatees. Over there you can see a gator.
They're frisky today. That gator's getting closer, but we have nothing to worry about. Actually, they moved one. They don't freak out, gators, actually. You don't mess with them.
Oh, there's a gator right there.
Yeah, you don't need to worry about these gators. Look at that, it's moving. There's the creature. Creature from the Black Lagoon. This is a new one for me. This is different. They're down there having a manatee salad.
There he comes.
Even if they go under, they'll be fine. We got prop guards. Take it slow here. Very cool. This is unusual. I've done this tour probably 1,000 times. This is a new one.
Look at that.
The gator's going with the 5-mile-per-hour current there.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go check out the jungle. Good way to start our jungle adventure here. Straight ahead is the reason I was singing about the creature from the Black Lagoon and Tarzan. They filmed some of these movies back here in the 40s and 50s. Hollywood loved filming here because we're going into an area that's very diverse in terms of vegetation. You'll notice that even more in the summer, it is quite jungly.
The hotel found on property has been there since 1937, and it has several unique characteristics that make it interesting to stay there, such as the underground cave system that might be contributing to the paranormal activity found in the hotel. Other things as it having the largest marble bar in the gift shop at 70 feet 3 inches long is kind of cool to go look at. The rare wood called Heart of Cypress can be found in carvings in the lobby and throughout the hotel itself. And not only that, you'll find a former resident that used to be swimming in the springs themselves, peacefully resting in the lobby area, named Joe, who is considered the largest alligator in the area. Our next spot is Pensacola, Florida, where we stay overnight at the New World Inn, a boutique hotel with 16 rooms and very well known with the celebrities. We did an investigation here, and I can tell you, some of the residents have not left yet. It used to be a box factory converted into a hotel, and the location couldn't be better because it's right down the road so that we can go and explore Seville Quarters. Seville Quarters, home of 7 themed restaurants in Pensacola, Florida, founded by Bob Snow. With the success of these restaurants is what created Church Street Station in Orlando, Florida. So it was almost like being home away from home. The investigation location here did not disappoint. It was incredible, and I can tell you, it almost felt like the spirits knew us from doing our investigations in downtown Orlando. Our next stop, Mobile, Alabama. We stopped and stayed overnight at the Malaga Inn located in downtown Mobile. Former townhouses turned hotel. We each got our own rooms, checked in, and they're all themed differently, and they all had a different feel to them. And yes, you got it. We got some paranormal activity in our rooms. So this is Ashley's room at, what's the name of this hotel?
Malaga Inn.
Malaga Inn, and this is in Alabama, Mobile, Alabama, and this is how you go out onto the balcony.
Maybe
So
you're not
Ashley is
meant to go on
trying
the
to.
balcony. Maybe this one's not.
There you go. Now it's unlocked. Woo! It's floor to ceiling window, and they even have a little stick to prop it so it doesn't slam down.
Yeah, because that's not good.
There you go. To secure it,
All right.
and you can come outside. It's really cold outside, by the way, because it's January.
See, that's not a good feel.
And you can see our balcony view here.
As it slopes down.
Look how gorgeous this tree is, though.
Yeah. It's a nice tree.
And across the street is a nice little park with a fountain. There's Debbie. There's rocking chairs out here, so you're going to enjoy it. But this is the city streets here. And you can see the winds are blowing. It is super cold. And my room's right across over there. So we can literally stare at each other from this window. But this is Ashley's room, 220. Really, really interesting room.
Well, that's interesting. Maybe that's.
This is the closet area. It has really high ceilings in the closet. And it looks like this was a window at one point in time. You can see it's framed out, but now it's shut. And this is the bathroom area. So again, this is room 220. We'll tell you if we have any contact tonight. We'll talk to you soon. So we're at the,
Malaga Inn.
and what did you find, Miss Debbie?
This is a secret door, and this is apparently original wallpaper, by the way. This is a secret door that leads down into the tunnels that run between these two homes, and that's where the Confederate soldiers hid during the Civil War.
Tell them the significance of this hotel a little bit.
Okay, so the hotel was two side-by-side townhomes that two brothers built in an effort to woo two sisters to marry them. It worked. They married. They lived together side by side. Once this was done, the brothers actually created the tunnels once they were securely married and then living side by side. So they created tunnels between the two homes for the sisters. So we are in the historic section. There's also a newer section, but we are in the original historic section.
So you can see it right there in the wallpaper. It's kind of cool.
It's original wallpaper according to them.
Talk to you guys later. So after investigating our hotel, we went with Bay City Conventions and Tours to show us around town. Carol, the owner, has been doing tours for quite a long time, and she knew the city very, very well. She gave us information about the history, ghost stories, and we even exchanged ideas and theories while we were on tour. She took us to a few locations to investigate, and we helped relay some messages. It was a really spooky night. Right around from the corner of our hotel, within walking distance, is the Mobile Carnival Museum. Definitely stop by. It's colorful, it's educational, and you'll get to see all the old pageantry costumes that they would wear. Some of them are quite elaborate. Now, when you think Mardi Gras, you're going to think New Orleans. But technically, Mobile, Alabama is the location where the Mardi Gras parades celebration all started from. They're also known for throwing moon pies, a sweet confection made in Chattanooga, Tennessee, but it is said that Mobile, Alabama is the nation's largest consumer of that treat. And every New Year's Day, or New Year's Eve to be exact, a 12-foot tail-lighted mechanical moon pie is dropped within the city to count down the new year coming in. There are ghost stories associated with this building and some of the props. Maybe they are object haunts. Talk to the staff members, and some of them are open enough to tell you about them. But while walking around the museum, you yourself can tell where some of those lingering spirits are at. You can feel them. Some places are colder than others, and then there's some parts of the building where you just don't feel comfortable. We appreciate you watching and your support, and we hope to see you guys on a Highway to Haunt series with American Ghost Adventures. Talk to you soon.